Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jamina Love back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you doing, my busy bees? I hope you're staying busy, because I am. And I'm keeping it sexy. Always, darling. Don't worry about the ears. I fancy them today. But what we're going to worry about at this moment in this video, because you're like, you already got a full face makeup on, girl. I know. I was doing some unboxings and try-ons, but this part of the video is dedicated, the look, to my shorty. Shorty, happy, handsome, sweet 16. It has been a fun ride, and I hope it doesn't end. Yes, my middle baby is going to be 16 years old today. Can you guys imagine? I'm not going to tell you the other ages of the older kids, because you know what? I had to tell my age, and a lady never tells her age. Even though it was my birthday last month. Well, we don't tell our age, okay? And he wanted me to do a look with a few of his favorite colors, and he wanted to keep it very shimmery. And I asked a few other ladies, to join in and do a look on Instagram. And I've got a few pictures I'm going to post for you guys on Instagram so that you can see his drawings and his favorite colors. Since we have so many of the same type of colors, schemes that we love, I figured why not. So let me put down a little powder because I'm not used this purple in a while, and I don't want to soil my look. But yeah, I'm going to use a few colors. He's got a bunch of rainbow favorites, and he already knows I'm the lady in purple, and he loves purple because of, being raised in my grandmother's house. She loved the color purple, so we had purple everywhere. And it means royalty with gold, So he was always into that. And I find that very fascinating about him. I always call him my shorty, my little old man, because when he was a baby, so sweet when he first started talking, he would ask for corn on the cob, chicken, and ice water every day. He had to have this every day. But the way he asked for it, that would stop you in your tracks and be like, that baby, we're going to get that baby some chicken, some corn on the cob, and some ice water ASAP. Because he would say it, Mama, can I have a chicken leg, some corn, and some ice water? Melt my heart. And he would call me on the phone and ask me on my way home from work if I would pick those things up for him every day. 99% of the time, I would already done got it, or I would just be like, just in case, let me text my elder son and my eldest daughter and ask them, hey, what is he asking y'all to eat a lot of today? And they're like, he ain't going to ask for nothing but that chicken when you get home. So don't come home without the chicken so that you don't have to complain about having to go back out. That was my biggest problem, where I'd be like, son, I'm home, I'm tired, it's 3 hours since I've been home, you didn't want the chicken when I called earlier, and he would be like, but I want my chicken, and my corn on the cob, my corn. And my grandma's like, go get that boy the chicken. Maybe 10 o'clock at night I have to call, and every night they knew for the first year of his life, KFC had me on speed dial. I didn't have to have them on speed. They had me, are you coming to get this baby's wings? It's almost closing time. Because I got off work at like 9:30, they closed at 10:30. So yes, I was going to go get my baby's wings. And then it just was too much. He was just too much. He was my best friend at the time, I would have to say, because I loved to sleep. And that was the only baby that I had that I could say hated the outdoors, hated the light. He was my vampire and loved to sleep. So we would spend our weekends, when I would have weekends off, instead of running around town crazy with my sister, with my eldest son, because my sister would always come get my eldest son, which is her godson, and be like, oh, we're going to this birthday party, we're going to that birthday party, or that person's party. I'm like, have fun. My shorty and I are going to take us a nice long cat nap marathon. And he would put on my baby once the person he saw us use the VCR, he knew how to use the VCR. And so my grandma's like, oh my goodness, let's get him one with the remote. Because we don't want him out of the crib. He knows too much. He can't walk, but he knows too much. So she would have him in the crib with the baby monitor and a micro walkie-talkie, so he can communicate from his crib to my grandmother's room. And he would tell her when it was time to switch over his 5 discs, because my mother made sure we weren't playing. We found him a 5-disc video DVD play changer theater system. He had to have with the speakers and everything, even though he had sound sensitivity. The reason why we had the theater system was for the 5-disc changer, so that he can change his disc and he wouldn't have to be checked on 150 times to change a movie in and out, in and out, in and out. Because he, honestly, my shorty don't like to be bothered. This sounded like neglect for like 2.5 seconds, right? He was the kind of baby, he would ask you what? He would look at you like, what are you doing? What do you want in here? If he was done with his diaper, you knew it, because he didn't took it off and left it in the corner of the crib. He was hilarious. He has the best sense of humor. And he's a role model to me. I told him, I said, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. Just carefree. Nothing bothers him because he don't let nothing get in his way. No drama, no stress. He don't need nothing and nobody. He tells me he don't need nothing but his mama. So, there you go. That is my shorty. That's a little insight into him, my 16-year-old son. And he's so good with, even though he can tell you, he's not down to be like the one to run to and say, oh, hold this baby, you know, or let's, you hold this, you know, hold your sister, or hold this, hold that. No, 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 no. He was fine holding his brother. He was fine with my bug being in the bassinet next to him, and when he was a baby, when my bug was a baby, my youngest son, my shorty would not mind keeping an eye on his brother while I take a shower or a bath or whatever. But let it be somebody he didn't really know that well, or he knew them well enough, but he just wasn't into kids. So it's like, don't hand him the baby. He's not that baby holder. He'll hold him like the baby's got a germ or something. He's just like, you are a germ. Could somebody come get this? Like, cheese and smile and pain and stuff. I'm like, son, come on. He's like, I'll be alright when they get solid. And that is understandable. If you don't know, a lot of grown men won't hold babies because they're so soft and sensitive. But they'll hold them when they become a toddler because they're more solid. And so that's where that comes in. But with his niece, her being so solid at birth, now that she's a toddler, she can carry me. My girl's big, bad, and bold, so she can carry me. I told her, I can't be carrying you no more, Lulu. You got to carry me. So I've got an artwork, a Picasso, and a something going on in here. So there's a bunch of colors going on in my eyes so far. And he's asked me to put like purple, pink, 2 different kinds of blues, a royal blue. They're all shimmery. I'm going to put the pink in the inner 1/3. And then top it with a shimmer, because he loves these. He has just discovered and made me discover duochromes. And I didn't know what they were. I just thought they were mostly just shimmers. And I thought, oh, those are some bomb shimmers you guys got. How did you get that to do that? And then find out they're duochromes that you wore wet. Or they're microchromes or something like that. There's just been so many chromes going around. I got a little blue fallout in the front of my eye. I'm trying to go to the stove after this, and I don't need everybody thinking that my boyfriend beat me up, because he doesn't have a name. Frankie the Sloth is never going to hurt my feelings. Okay, so we've got a ton of colors on here. He wants his pink on there, and I got to wet the brush because your girl is very, very flaky. But we were practicing this technique to see if Mama can invent her own duochrome. No, she can't. But I can be shimmery as hell. You know, I told him that. I was like, there's no reason for me to try. I will purchase him some duochromes. But, yeah, I don't think I can actually do it on my own. Sadly. So, let's see here. Let's grab us another Oprah highlighter. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I got a couple of them out here. Oh, yeah. I want to try this one, which is called Blissful. I just got in my Ipsy Glam bag. It's like a rich rose gold with some micro glitters in it and stuff. It's got some stuff in it. And I'm going to use my fluffy, not fluffy, but fluff dense, but, you know, not so soft and not too hard. Lemaire brush. And I loaded it down with the highlighter. And I'm going to spritz it because of the micro glitters. And I'm going to start from the outside, just tapping it on top. So it can, or practicing the shift, so you can see all the eyeshadows are there, the colors, but you also get that shift. Oh yeah. And then when they're wet, they look like glass, you know? So I'm covering the whole eye with that Oprah highlighter. And I want to make sure she's nice and moist so she looks like glass in some spots. You see that? Ooh. Space age to the gods. So what I like to do is I put it on wet, and then I put a little on dry on top. To me, it's starting to look like one single color. But he's done this with me. We've done this a couple of times already, where it's not supposed to be. Alright. And then you take a lighter Oprah highlight, which I'm going to use the next stage up color, which is like something garden. What is it called? To give you Covent Garden, which is a lighter version of this one without the micro glitters. And put that bad boy on. Because that's why it didn't matter what your look looked like. Ladies, I told you be messy, but be shiny. He wanted shining to the gods. And look at that. I was thinking of wearing a whole palette of just Chic Cosmetics, because I was like, then I'll be shining. Alright. Let's dust this bad boy away so we can do the under eye. Now his all-time favorite color is an aqua blue, and there's a couple of them in the Raw Beauty Christie palette that are kind of like a blue-green and an aqua blue. Those two in the center, the two center line there. So I figure I'll put the lighter aqua color in the front 1/3, and the richer one towards the back 1/3. Getting ready to mess myself up. You see that? Also, big thing. Big. For you guys who don't remember, I was raving the other day about them because I was getting ready to mess up right now. About puff balls. Puffs. Not puff balls, just puffs in general. You never have that time, that moment, which I was getting ready to do it again, but you ever have that moment where you touch your face and you're like holding down your eye and you get a smear? That's what that puff is for. So basically, I have one here that doesn't have a string on it. This is just a little spongy puff, and I know it's a sticker type one, but I got it in a sample foundation. But you basically take that and hold it like that, so you don't get your transfer on your hands. And there you go. I ended it with that color, the greens underneath, and I put this is Summer, in the style Summer from the Lashy box. And if you go on Lashy Box right now, you'll have 1 day left for 60% off sale. You guys, if you're into lashes and you don't want to just try the box or whatever, you can try just one pair. And you don't want a simple pair anymore, you want to go dramatic. These are super dramatic. And I'm wearing it with the Zula glue adhesive. Mama's got a brand new bag. But yes, shorty, back to you. I love you, bug. Happy birthday. Mwah. And thank you guys for spending some time with me and leaving a comment for my shorty. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. And we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.